Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to today's live stream. My name is Meg Austin. I am one of the academic advisors here at CSUMB. I advise for majors in the School of Natural Sciences. Welcome to our third live stream in our live stream series from advising in summer 2018 to help new students. Thank you for watching us today. We have a couple special guests with us from our writing and math departments, and I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves quickly.
Hi, my name is Judith Canner. I'm faculty in the Math and Statistics department, and I'm here to oversee the first-year math courses.
Hi, I'm Nelson Graff. I direct the Communication Across the Disciplines program. We offer one version of the first-year communication course, and I work with faculty around the university on teaching writing.
Thank you both. So today we want you to submit your questions so that we can have Nelson and Judith answer them for you regarding your questions around directed self-placement and getting familiar with picking your math and English courses for your first semester at CSUMB. So this live stream today is mainly geared for freshman students. Transfer students will already have these requirements fulfilled. They should do. So this is really geared for our incoming freshman students today. So to submit questions, there is a chat box to the right of your YouTube video. If you see it there, great, submit your questions there. If you don't see it there, you will just have to create a YouTube channel, which is very easy to do. You just have to click the icon on the top right-hand corner of the YouTube page, and under that, click Create Channel. And that is it. So it's a very simple steps to be able to interact with us today and submit your questions for Judith and Nelson to answer. So while we wait for questions to come in, I'm going to hand it back over to Judith to give some more information.
Great, thanks, Meg. So just to let you know a little bit about CSUMB and really what's happening in general, you might have friends who came to CSUMB last year, or maybe family members who've gone to another CSU, and they would have had maybe one experience with their first year math and writing course, but at CSUMB and actually across the CSUs, that experience is going to be changing. So what that means is that for some students, they used to have to take a couple semesters of math classes or maybe a couple extra semesters of writing classes before they took their college class. That's all changed. You're going to go directly into your college level math class or your college level writing class. But to help you kind of figure out what the best option is for you, we've developed what's called a directed self-placement, or sometimes called an informed self-placement, to sort of give you an idea of where you should go, what you should do, what courses you should take, because every single incoming freshman is required to take a math course and a writing course in their very first year. So what we're going to do today is just kind of go into some of the details about how CSUMB does this. I'm going to talk about math, obviously, and Nelson will talk about writing. So we'll get started with the math portion. So I believe Meg has already put into the chat box a link, and I'm going to switch over to share my screen. So we're going to move over here to the first year math and statistics course information. And what this page is, you can access this just by going to csumb.edu/math. And like I said, Meg has given you the link. And this will take you through all the information you need to know about choosing your first year mathematics course. So as you go through, I'm not going to read everything to you, but I wanted just to point out a few things that will be helpful. The first thing is at the very bottom, we have a list of required first year math classes. So some majors require a specific course and then others don't. So if you're coming into the College of Science, which is my college, you'll see most of the majors require calculus or pre-calculus as their first semester class. Whereas if you're coming into music or humanities, you'll see that you can take any class. And at CSUMB, those math classes are called B4, which is just an area to designate the first year math classes. So that's sort of your first process, is figuring out what's my major or what might my career be, and that will direct you to what the best first year course might be. If we scroll back up on that page, you'll see some other information, specifically about our support courses. So with our first year math courses, which are, we have quantitative literacy, finite math, intro to statistics, pre-calculus, and calculus. You'll see that with 4 of those classes, we have these things called support courses. What a support course is it's to support you in your success in your first year math course. So you'll review mathematical content or refresh ideas that are from high school, but that you need for your current math class. It will also review and help you go deeper into some of the information that you're learning in your current math class. And then it will also provide you with study skills that will really help elevate your ability to study and learn math and statistics. But these study skills will also be very valuable to you to continue on beyond that, especially if you're in a major where you might take a second course in math or statistics. So for instance, in psychology, you take Stat 100, your first year math course, but then you're going to take a psychology methods course that uses that introductory statistics material. So it's a way of setting you up for success in your college career. So you might not be sure if you should take the support course or not. So to help you figure that out, we've developed an online experience called the Choosing Your First Year Mathematics course. And you should have received an email about this, but it's also linked on this webpage. And so if you click on the link, it will take you to a course on iLearn. For those of you who don't know, iLearn is our learning platform here at CSUMB. So all of your classes in the fall are going to be on this platform. So this is a great way of kind of getting used to it. Once you enter in, your screen will look a little different than mine, but you're going to see a course and you'll have a button that says Start Here. I'll take you to that just so you can see. So I've already done this, so I'm going to just say yes here. You might have a different page, but it will take you through a video and you'll decide if you can watch that video, yes or no. You may have already seen this video, and you'll continue on through this section just to help guide you through what's going to be coming up. Back at the course, once you finish that start, it's going to take you through a series of activities. The first activity is on regarding your major and sort of figuring out what's the best math course to take for you. And so you'll see there's a couple different question boxes, and depending on if you're undecided or maybe you don't fit into one of these categories below, you'll put yourself into a group based on what your future career aspiration might be. And then that group will help give you a recommendation on the best math course to take for your major or career aspiration if you're not quite sure what your major might be. Once you complete that activity, you're going to go through a series of activities related to math classes. So the first one is a brief multiple choice questionnaire. So I've already completed this, so it tells me that I'm already done with it. But what you'll do is you'll get to see these math questions that will just require a couple. They have multiple choice, so there's 4 different answers, and then there's an I don't know option. And we just want you to be honest, give these things your best effort, try to answer them. But if you don't know, just check I don't know. Nobody is going to see this but you. And it's just to help you figure out where you are in your own understanding of mathematics. After you complete the multiple choice section, then we have an open-ended section. When you go there, what you're going to see is a section that, oh goodness, sorry, that will actually let you print out an activity. And this is going to be a PDF. If you can't print it out because you don't have a printer, that's fine. Just open it up on your screen, and then you'll be able to just take a notepad and write down your answers on a notepad. No big deal. The third activity would then be to answer some questions about that open activity, those questions and those answers that you came up with. After you've completed this experience, the last activity is going to be a survey. And the survey is going to ask you questions about whether or not, just about your past experiences in math, you know, how you felt taking these math assessments that you've just completed, and also just some questions about how you perceive math in your future career. Once you finish the survey, you'll get a recommendation, and that recommendation will come with the option to print a certificate. And so I've already taken this class, and based on my completion of this online experience, it recommends that I'm an undecided or other student. So it just recommended to me that I take my GE Math course with a support course. And you'll be able to get your certificate. You can print it out, or you can save it as a PDF and email it to yourself, or save it to your phone if you're doing this on your phone. But it will just repeat the same information when you completed your assessment, and then also what the recommendation was. And again, for me, the way I completed it was a recommendation to take my GE course with a support course. If I was in one of the other majors, so let's say I chose the psychology, sort of social science bent, then it would probably recommend that I take Stat 100 with a support course for Stat 10. So I'm going to switch back over to the main screen and take a moment to see if there are any questions.
Yeah, you're doing great, Judith. So that's, we have a couple, let me switch it off here. We have a couple questions, but I think since we only have 2, I think we can go ahead and let Nelson give some information about his area too, if Judith is all done. Okay, Nelson, take it away.
Thanks, Meg. It's probably obvious to any of you who are watching that you're going to be reading, writing, speaking, and listening every day in college. And it's probably also obvious to you that the better you are at reading and writing, the more successful you'll be as a college student. Well, you may have an idea now about how good a reader and writer you are, but college reading and writing may be different than your previous experience. So, like math, we have an online experience created called Choosing Your First Year College Communication course. And the idea of this course is to give you a sense of what college reading and writing is like, and to allow you to practice one of the maybe less obvious key skills for your success in college, and that is honest reflection and self-evaluation. Really thinking about what you're good at, what you need to do to succeed, and how you set yourself up for the most success. So I'm going to share my screen and take you first to the first year success in math and writing communication page. You should have received a link for this, and I think that Meg has put it down in the bottom of your...
Yes, I linked both pages that Judith and Nelson are mentioning in the description below the YouTube video.
Thanks, Meg. So you can also get to this page if you type in csumb.edu/CAD for communication across the disciplines, and then click on Resources for Students and First Year Success in Math and Writing. Just as with math, you have options for your A1 General Education Area A1 Oral and Written Communication course. And you can see those options here. CAD 100B is actually part of a 2-semester course that begins with CAD 100A. So while that may be a little confusing if you see that, you're really going to, if you decide to take the 2-semester course, you're going to sign up for CAD 100A, not CAD 100B. And then from the First Year Success page, you can also go directly to Choosing Your First Year Communication course. Like math, it begins with a start here that will describe the whole sequence of the experience. There will be 2 readings, and those readings are here in PDF for you. And like the math example, you can download it and print it out. We recommend that you print it out to annotate it, but if you're comfortable with annotating online, go ahead and do that. But you'll need those readings to be available to you so that you can summarize them and so that you can write an essay using those 2 readings. After you do your summary, you'll have the opportunity to compare your summary to one written by a professor here. And then after you do your essay, you'll do just as you did with math, you'll do a survey. And as a result of those surveys, as a result of your responses to that survey, you will either get you will either have the option to the recommendation that you would be most comfortable and appropriately challenged in a 2-semester course or in an accelerated 1-semester course. And you can choose to follow that recommendation or not. But we recommend that you do follow the recommendation, obviously. And the way to think about it is not in terms of schedule, but in terms of what's going to set you up for success. Because what we're all looking forward to is in a few years, watching you walk across that stage at graduation, smiling and waving, and ready to start your career or graduate school, and really having learned and succeeded in college.
Thank you both. Thank you, Nelson and Judith, for going through those. You gave a lot of great helpful information. We do have some questions that came in. So let's start with a question from Alex. Alex is wondering, and I think both of you touched on this a little bit too, but I think we could talk more about it if you are inclined. Can you describe why it is important for me to take the Choosing Your First Year Math and Communication experiences?
So I think Nelson's already talked a little bit about this, but I would just add that I know that this is time and I know you're in summer and things like that, but what you really want to do is start to take ownership of your education, right? So in high school, you were often told what to do. In college, you get to make the decisions about what you want to do. And so that starts your very first year. And to be successful in the next 4 years, you have to start taking some of that ownership for your own education. And so these 2 experiences are sort of your first step. We don't just throw you out right in the deep end of the pool and expect you to swim. We've created these for you to help you in that first step of really making that first decision for yourself, and for your career and for your college career and for your future career.
And I'll just say that the experiences are designed to really help you think about it, to really help you get a sense of what the different decisions mean for you.
Absolutely. And there's, following up on that, there's help if you're not, there's help for you to get your questions answered, like today's live stream, to help you navigate getting to these actual exercises and actually doing them. But we're here. You have academic advisors to help you answer those kinds of questions. And also, I meant to mention this earlier, but this video is going to be on our YouTube channel. So it's going to be there, and we're probably going to send it in emails as advisors to students so that they can watch it and see all this great info that both of you are giving, so that they can be more comfortable and familiar with these tools, these new tools that you have both created, or that you and your team have created to help students make these decisions and to get comfortable with what English and math they should start with. Next question from Anna. Anna is wondering, if I took a pre-calc class in high school, can I take calculus when I get to CSUMB?
That's a great question, Anna, and I was hoping someone would ask it. We do still encourage you to take this experience, and when you complete the experience, if it recommends that you take this support course with pre-calculus, then we would recommend you take pre-calculus again. But again, you can take some ownership in this decision. And if we go back, do you mind if I switch my screen?
Yes, go ahead.
So I'm going to go back actually to my screen share, and we're going to switch over to that same course that Meg has already posted, the same page. And so under your first year statistics course, math stats course information, we also have this little subsection down here on the calculus sequence. And you can click here. You'll also notice, by the way, it's under the same heading, student resources for the math stat department, called mathematics placement info. And we have a little blurb right here about calculus placement. And it says check back soon for more information. So we're hoping that by orientation, this page will be updated. And what we'll have available to you is an online platform called Alex PPL. So Alex PPL stands for Preparation, Placement, and Learning. And you'll have the chance, and more details will be on here about exactly what you do, but you'll have the chance to take this online evaluation, and it will give you a recommendation as to whether or not you go into pre-calculus or calculus. Now, the cool thing about Alex is that, let's say it does recommend you for pre-calculus, but you think, no, I can get ready for calculus. Well, you will have the opportunity through Alex to practice. So that's the preparation part and the learning part, to actually practice your pre-calculus skills and work towards retaking the assessment to see if you can then place into calculus. So more information will be up on this page. Again, we're hoping by June 15th. And once it is up there, we're going to send an email out to everybody who placed into pre-calculus without the support course on the choosing your first year math course experience, to let you know that it's available for you to try out and see if calculus might actually be the best option for you.
Fabulous. Okay. Next question is from Claudia. So I can't remember if this question came in while Judith was explaining the support courses, or if Nelson was explaining the courses for CAD. But Claudia's wondering, what are the support courses the certificate recommends? So I think it might be helpful to go over just the specific support classes, maybe on both ends, for math and communication.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Do you mind? I'll go with the support courses. Sound like a little more mathy, so we'll start there. Because it's a different term for the writing courses. So I'll go back to the screen share again. So again, same web page, that first year course. So the support courses are listed here. And so what they are is, it's one unit. So that one unit is just a measurement in college terms about how, like, usually take around 15 credits a semester, or 16 up to 17 credits a semester. So it's one unit. It meets, for most classes, you would take a support course after you've already met the beginning of the week. So maybe you take Stat 100, for instance. You take a Monday, Wednesday section of Stat 100. So then you take your support course on Thursday. And what the support course will do is it will help review and refresh the information that you just went over, while also helping you to kind of go deeper into that material, develop study skills, and to just think about some of the math knowledge that you learned in high school, but now you need in college, and kind of just refresh you on that. And so it just depends on what class you take, what support course you would take. So quantitative literacy is Math 100. That class is for our liberal studies majors, but also a lot of our arts and humanities students take that. You would take Math 10, which is called support course for Math 100. And so we weren't creative in our namings of the support course. It matches up with the course you take it with.
Later is always better.
Yeah. So yeah, you can just sign up for it. Anybody can sign up for it. Even if you don't get recommended for the support course, if you still feel like that would be the best option for you, you can sign up for that support course. The only time it's a little bit different is for pre-calculus. And you'll notice the other classes are 3 units, which means they meet twice a week for about an hour and a half. Pre-calculus is 5 units. And so it meets once a week, once a day for an hour every day or 50 minutes every day. So in that case, the support course, Math 30, support course for Math 130, which is pre-calculus, that one meets 1 of 2 days during the week. And so it doesn't really matter which one you sign up for because you're in pre-calculus every day already. Mm-hmm. So it really is up to you to figure out what timing you want to do for these. But the support course will match up with the first year math class that you're recommended to take.
Thank you, Judith.
And Claudia, was it?
Yes.
With the writing, I'm going to take you back to the First Year Success website.
Take us back.
I'm sorry?
Take us back.
So if you scroll down on this website, under choosing your first year communication course, you'll see a link, accelerated 1 semester course offered in a variety of departments. And this will show you the course descriptions for all of the different A1 course options. So your options are to take a year-long course, and the year-long course it's 2 semesters with the same students and the same professor both semesters, so that you build a community and continue to work on the same concepts and the same skills over the course of 2 semesters. Or you have a variety of options around the campus for the accelerated 1 semester course. And so you'll see the descriptions there for the different 1 semester courses.
And then I'll just also say that the CAD 100A and then the CAD 100B 2 semester sequence fulfills the A1 GE. Is that right?
That's correct.
Right. So then the 1 semester as well does fulfill A1 as well. So just so we know that students that have questions about what it fulfills, if it fulfills GE, which they do, they both do.
And just to know, the first semester of the CAD course gives you 4 units of general elective credit.
Right.
So both courses, so you get, for the 2 semester course, you get 8 units of credit. Mm-hmm. 4 units satisfy the GEA1, and 4 units satisfy general elective credits. Great.
Thank you. That's good to clarify that. Claudia had a follow-up question. I think it was to Judith. Is it mandatory to take the courses? And I think she means the support courses.
It's not mandatory to take the support courses. Like I said, anybody can take them, and you will be given a recommendation to take whether or not you should take the support course. It won't, because of how many units you'll be taking your first semester and how many your tuition pays for, it doesn't cost you extra to take the support course, or it shouldn't anyway, because you should be under 17 units. Mm-hmm. And it's only going to support you in your success. It's not going to penalize you or anything like that. And we're really excited about these courses because we really think they're going to be a really great asset to students who take them, to build community, kind of like what Dr. Graff was talking about, but also to set you up for success further down the road. Because like I said, a lot of majors actually have a follow-up course that you need to take after your first year math class. And so that's kind of, we want to set you up for success in those classes. So psychology, health and human services, social behavioral sciences, business, all have follow-up courses to your first year math class. So we want to set you up for success in those classes.
Fabulous.
And I'll just say, Dr. Canner, you're in danger of overselling the support courses. You have but a lot of people have math anxiety. They may be skilled at math, but it causes them stress. And I think the support courses are meant to help with that too, aren't they?
They are. One of the things we have is we actually have a peer embedded, we call it a peer tutor. And so it's another CSUMB student who's already taken the course, and they come in and they're gonna help you develop study skills. and kind of talk you through how they were successful in the course and give you ways of sort of building your confidence in your ability in that. So, but like like Dr. Graf said, it may not, you might be super confident in your math skills and be totally ready and you don't need the support course. And if you want to figure that out, that's what the directed self-placement, the choosing your first year math or stat course experience will help you do, is really help you figure out, do you need the support course or do you not? And the recommendation will be given to you based on that.
All right, thank you. Claudia says thank you.
How we can help you, Claudia.
So, and then Catherine, a question from Catherine, are support courses only for math?
The way it's structured, yes, these support courses are only for your first year math class. But I will add is for a lot of our lower division courses, which are general education courses at CSUMB, we have a free tutoring resource called the Cooperative Learning Center. So you can always get support outside of your classes, even if it's not for this particular math class. We also have free tutoring for all of our math class, our lower division math classes too.
That's right. That's right. Take advantage of those tutors. Okay, so that is all the questions that I have. So I want to thank both Judith and Nelson for being so awesome presenters today and giving such good information about directed self-placement and getting students more familiar with which math and communication courses they should be starting with in their first semester. We will be linking this YouTube video to our communications and on our website and on our YouTube channel. So I encourage students to watch it even if they didn't tune in live today. Just a few announcements before we wrap up from me. We're going to be continuing on our live stream series tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We're going to be hosting another live stream with representatives from financial aid and the housing offices. So bring your questions to about those offices to that live stream. We'll have more live streams next week as well with more of our academic advisors. And also you're all should be able to access your dashboard and your CSUMB email. And also tomorrow, you all should be able to start loading your shopping carts in Oasis. So that's tomorrow, June 1st. Registration, as a reminder again, for registration dates, you all will be registering after orientation. So those who attend orientation will be able to register for classes for their first semester on June 13th for freshmen. And then everyone who cannot make it to orientation will be registering on June 22nd. So one quick other look to make sure we don't have any other questions. Nope, we don't. So
Meg,
go ahead, Nelson. What?
I want to say that it's really important for students, once you figure out which first year math course or first year communication course you're going to take, to go into your shopping cart and put a course in your shopping cart, because we're going to be looking at those shopping carts and using them to plan the schedule for the fall. So there will be probably more courses than are currently listed on the schedule based on demand. And so we really need you to indicate that demand by putting courses in your shopping cart so that we can make sure there are enough seats for you.
Mm-hmm.
Great point.
And to follow up on that as well, and thinking about your planning for next year, is for math courses, specifically for the non-calculus related courses, you could choose to take your math course your fall or your spring semester. So that's something, if you're at orientation, you might want to ask in the general advising sessions what's best for your major and when you should do that. And also, again, I would always recommend if you're uncertain or if you want to just try things out, you could take it. Like if you're uncertain about your major or what you're going to declare as your major is what I mean when I say if you're uncertain. That's okay. We have students who come in all the time undeclared, but you might just want to delay a semester to take your first year math course and wait till spring to take it, just to kind of suss out what might be best in case the major you decide to go with has a required class. But again, talk to your advisor about that, because you do have that part of the decision-making process too. But I'll reiterate what was already said, please do add them and the support courses into your shopping cart so that we can make sure we have enough sections available for those students who want to take it in the fall.
And I'll just say that unlike math, you should take your first year communication course your first semester.
Yes, and you have, everyone watching should already be receiving emails from your academic advisor. We've, and also we'll be continuing to send you emails with more specific course guidance and directing you to the directed self-placement pages and how to access those. So you'll be getting more information from us about that as well. And yes, if you're undeclared, you should know who you can talk to about making those decisions as well and exploring those different majors. You all have advisors assigned to you, so we are here to help and support you. So please reach out to us if you have questions. And I also forgot to mention, we will be doing call-in hours next week as well as open labs. Call-in hours and open labs are here to help answer your questions. You can call in and us advisors are available for you to help answer questions. Also, open labs will be here in person in the library in the first floor in the computer area to help local students who live around the area get your burning questions answered before orientation starts. But those are not mandatory. Open labs are not mandatory at all. We're just mostly helping there to support local students if you want to come in and meet us in person before orientation. Let's see here. Oh, and Chrissy Lofgren is shouted out as she is the undeclared advisor. So you can contact Chrissy with your questions about setting up classes for your first semester. But if you also are thinking about a major, if you're leaning one way or another about a major, you can reach out to that advisor of that major to help answer your questions too.
And I'll just say, since you mentioned the open labs, if you don't have high-speed internet access at home, if you're local, we have on the first floor of the library computers that are available to you to come to the CSUMB library, and you can do choosing your first year math or choosing your first year communication experience right here in the library at CSUMB.
Thanks, Nelson, for that. That's a great point. We'll also, all the dates and times of these live streams, call-in hours, open labs are all on our advising homepage, which is also linked in our live stream descriptions. So thank you again. We don't have any more questions. So thank you so much, Nelson and Judith, for presenting today and giving such good information. Thank you, everyone who submitted questions and watched us today. We hope if you didn't get to see us, then you'll watch this live stream later on. And we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow for our next live stream. And welcome to CSUMB.
Thanks, Meg. Thanks,
Thank you, bro.